Yo, what's going on guys? It is JS here and welcome back to another video. So it is going to be my last ever video based on this book right here. And today I'm going to be talking about the secret chapter and give you guys like a chapter summary based off of this of the secret chapter. Basically, you know what I've been doing for the past couple of videos. And I just want to, before we get started, I just want to tell you guys there are going to be major spoilers ahead. So if you don't want to listen to spoilers, then you can go ahead and click off this video, but if you just want to stay, that is going to be absolutely fine. But other way, it's fine with me. So, of course, every single Five Nights at Freddy's Fazbear Fright chapter or book, they have a secret chapter at the end, which talks about the Stitch Wraith. Now, this chapter in particular got me very interested, and you guys will see why in a bit. So let's go ahead and get started. So, at the beginning of this chapter, we learn more of Larsen's, I guess, family life, and we learned that he has a kid called Ryan. Now, he basically was described as like a freckled kid, blue eyes, and he had like dirty blonde hair and a wide mouth. And Ryan also got his mom's nose as well. We learned that Larsen really never has, any time to go, and hang out with the son because, Larsen's working all the time, and we pretty much see a prime example of this, him getting a phone call that there has been another Stitch Wraith sighting. So after he learns of where the Stitch Wraith is located, he goes to like this old ex-factory that belongs to a doctor called Phineas. And pretty much what the whole conversation that they're having about is like how they can create something just from like human emotions or like anguish, anger, something like that. And whenever I heard about that, it literally reminded me of Remnant, because from what I've been hearing, like from rumors about the book, is that Remnant is a main thing that is in this secret chapter, and it's really interesting because honestly the first time I've heard of Remnant was from, I believe, I think it was FNAF AR, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that was like the first time I've ever heard about Remnant, but we actually get like a more description like in this secret chapter. So pretty much Phineas gives like a brief description of what I guess he's talking about as in the Remnant, and this is what he's saying. You're looking only at the short-term timeline, Phineas said. You see the result of the shotgun's energy, so it seems greater to you. Human emotion is slower to impact, more insidious. It emanates from us, or it's excreted from us, if you will, like sweat or tears. If it wafts like ward and like an obnoxious cloud, soaking into the surroundings. From some time, I've never been studying the effect of these emotions. I'm getting close to a breakthrough. So it literally sounds like from, human emotions, that it basically is like maybe a source of Remnant. So Phineas pretty much leaves Larsen and Frank to the food truck that they met Phineas at, and he goes over to his private area. And the private room basically is like an all-white room, with shelving and glass cabinets, and he pretty much like keeps everything from there like to himself pretty much. And people and he says that it's like haunted, but really it's not haunted at all because of like the items that specifically in that in the secret room. And then he goes more into about the whole like human emotion thing. He basically says this. As I expected, he typed, extreme human emotion appears to impact its surroundings far more powerfully than more negative it is. Agony, I'm convinced, radiates farther from people than any other emotion. Love has its influence, but the experiments being done with water crystals have been misinterpreted. Just because love forms ice crystals doesn't mean it's the most powerful emotion. Yesterday, I mimicked the ice crystal methodology by allowing all the hurt and anger I usually keep well in check to burst forth. I watched water manifest a hideous crystal in a matter of seconds. So it's pretty much more of a description about, Remnant. And he also believes that flowers like, flowers with some scents. Like, it gives you, like, maybe more emotion. It basically looks like that, pretty much. So, a couple hours later, Phineas gets a package, and this specific package is interesting because it basically says, he opened the second box, which was flat and oblong. When the box was opened, Phineas found himself staring at his own reflection. This was a decorative wall mirror that had watched a man murder his entire family. Oh, what agony might this contain? Phineas ran his hands on the shiny surface. Then he took a deep breath and opened the large square box. As he opened, this box contained yet another box, an empty Jack-in-the-Box box. Wonderful. This was going to have a lot of juicy agony in it. And last but not least, yes, there was, lying in a puffy of styrofoam peanuts, a man-sized endoskeleton lay, just waiting to be activated and given a purpose. Phineas lifted the endoskeleton from a box, and he frowned with it hung limply in its arms. He hadn't expected it to be this broken. Well, no matter. At the moment, it looked like nothing. Just a ruptured metal network made it stand in for human bones. But it wouldn't be nothing for much longer. So pretty much it sounds like he's literally using human emotion, like, and agony and anger, into literally this endoskeleton. After Phineas has, like, a little discussion with his coworker Reuben, he heads back to his protected room, and basically he's literally building this animatronic, and let me read you guys this. Actually, yeah, let me go ahead and read you guys this. Running his hands over the metal skeleton, he revealed in the electric energy dancing at his fingertips. First ahead, he whispered. Reaching into the first box he set on the table, Phineas pulled out a 3-foot-tall white doll covered in drawings done in colored markers. The doll was truly an abomination of decorative overkill. It had rainbow fingertips, green knees, brown smudges over its bodies and legs, and various bibs and blobs glued to it, which one appeared to be a smiley face eraser. Uninterested in the doll's body, Phineas grabbed the doll's flat black marker, drawn face, and pulled it from the doll's neck. Then he affixed the head to the top of the endoskeleton. See what we're getting at here. The item in the second box was the animatronic dog that clearly no longer functioned. Phineas sat down his shoulders and prepared himself to touch it. The dog was an ugly dog, as ugly as Phineas himself, which was mated with grayish-brown fur, triangle-shaped head, and a wide mouth full of sharp teeth. But it wasn't just ugly, it was wrong somehow. Of all the items in Phineas's collection, he found this dog to be the most menacing. He sensed the dog had been responsible for some powerful agony. He had never been entirely comfortable having it around, but now he was going to take it apart so it wouldn't be a threat. That dog literally reminded me of Fetch. Whenever I was reading it, it literally reminded me of Fetch, which got me so interested. It's like, how did Phineas manage to get Fetch? Since, Fetch done all those horrible things. If you guys remember from the Fetch chapter summary I did a while ago, how did he manage to capture the dog? Very interesting. So after Phineas puts, the endoskeleton together, okay, I'm just gonna read you this last part right here because it's interesting. Phineas laughed, generally laughed in pure glee. The being of great energy reacted to Phineas's laugh by turning to look at Phineas with his black marker eyes. Phineas kept laughing, and the being reached out to touch its creator. Phineas held his breath as the metal fingers met his skin. Then, in one crowded instant, 3 things happened. Phineas saw the being's battery-packed pulse bright red. He suddenly sensed danger and attempted to throw up a metal shield. He began to convulse, grabbing his head in an attempt to contain the excruciating pain that annihilated his consciousness. Although Phineas owned the building where Reuben ran his business, Reuben thought of the carnivorous room that held his truck and the picnic tables that surrounded it as his own place. The rest of the building was Phineas's space, and Reuben had never gone to Phineas's space. It wasn't that it was off limits. It seemed impolite to wander into Phineas's domain. This afternoon, though, Reuben thought he had to venture into the heart of the old brick building. He was worried about Phineas. In about 2 years since he and Phineas reached out the agreement, Phineas had never missed a meal at Reuben's truck. Today he had been absent for both breakfast and lunch. Something was wrong. So Reuben went where he had gone before, and in minutes he discovered why Phineas had missed his meals. Phineas was dead. He was not only dead, he was witness into near mummification with mouth gaping open, his eyes gone. When Reuben found Phineas, he immediately staggered back to his truck. He called the police, who came, investigated, and announced, and they were suspected some kind of electrical discharge killed Phineas. Reuben wasn't so sure. He spent the rest of the day trying not to see Phineas's body in his mind's eye. He didn't want to see that or the weird lab with its wilting exotic flowers. He especially didn't want to see the black tear streaks that had stained the dead scientist's face. In the middle of the stack of Phineas's belongings on Flynn's truck, the energetic being lay under a large heavy tarp that smelled like turpentine, its metal extremities vibrating with the rumble of the check engine. The being sat up, turning and surveyed its surroundings until its gaze landed on the pile of clothing. The being grabbed a cloak from the pile and slipped it on. And that is the end. So, Phineas created the Stitch Wraith. He created the Stitch Wraith by the looks of it. Because in the other chapters we have heard that the Stitch Wraith had like a cloak on with like a doll's face. So, he did indeed create the Stitch Wraith, which is super interesting. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you so much for the support on the book series that you guys have absolutely been giving me. It's just been awesome doing these book videos, and I try to get these out as much as I can, you guys. Usually when I have the chance, I'm just like, you know, busy with school, and also I have swim practice and work. It's just been, you know, hard trying to get the videos up, but I figured I can manage my time so that way I can get these out for you guys. So, when am I going to be doing Step Closer? Maybe next Tuesday. Most likely next Tuesday. But I will see if I can, but I'm excited to get through that book because honestly, I've heard a lot about Step Closer and I'm super excited to read it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed it. And if you guys did, make sure to hit that thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for more videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.